So what happened this week? Well, the 1HZ has a cracked piston. Pearl Jam released a new song, actually. I learnt what PSA stands for after 22 years. And I bought an FTE. So what are you going to see in this episode? Well, it's the start of many, and there's going to be a fair bit to cover. But I'm going to walk you through how I did a FTE conversion in a 105 series Landcruiser. Now, quickly, for those of you who didn't watch the video before this one, the 1HZ wasn't running real good. So we brought it in, put it on the hoist, took the engine out of it, 1HZ and gearbox out, pulled the head off it, and found that there was a big crack through piston number 2. 1HZ turbo things. Now, it'd be easy enough to rebuild this, just whack a new set of pistons in it, and I know some of you are wondering why, along with some of you who didn't like my Black Ringers Western shirt. But the reason that I'm not just rebuilding this engine, it would have been much cheaper, but the dream has always been to put an FTE in it, so that's what we're doing. Guess that's why that wasn't giving me a very accurate reading. Years of accessories. A lot of this was me. All right, now let's get into the good stuff. First thing on the list today, plus 70 injectors. So I've got a couple of helpers here today. Jordan, who you might have seen last, helping me install my rear bar. And also hit the sand a bit hard the last time we went camping. And Ben, who you would have seen from trips like this.
Yep. But I definitely didn't hunt.
No, it's died a peaceful death in hospital and was euthanized. So I'll be doing some general maintenance on this FTE today. It's got 430,000 Ks on it. And obviously there's going to be some worn parts. So we'll be doing some of the basics like water pump, timing belt, ACL race bearings, a few things like that. There's a bloke named Cameron that actually supplied a lot of that he hadn't even opened yet. He has a channel of his own called the Barossa Boys, which I'll link in the description. Some of the Go Fast bits you'll see today were supplied by Performance Diesel Intercoolers, who have been great to deal with. So I'll definitely be mentioning them again along the way and linking their stuff in the description below. Injectors back in and return rail on. You should get a new set of washers with your injectors because the old ones always seem to break. Once you've done that, torque it all down to spec. I will add my favourite torque sheet in the description below and up in the top right corner here. While the engine's out and you're going to do the timing belt anyway, it's always a fantastic idea to go and do that water pump. 9 times out of 10 it's probably going to be fine, but it's a big job to go and replace the water pump if you do have to do it later on. So we had a genuine water pump to put on, and then it was timing belt back on and tensioner kit. There's a bit of a process in priming your hydraulic tensioner, and apparently the process is to compress it and let it expand very slowly 3 times, and then obviously compress it again and put the pin back in before mounting it on the timing cover. Look at these two sitting back doing absolutely nothing. When Ben was done embracing his inner Borat, I got the timing belt on, and then we whacked the intake manifold and injector lines back on. I opted to go for a slightly bigger than standard turbo on this build. The G-Turbo red wheel, it says on the G-Turbo website, is good for 16 to 32 pound, which is plenty of boost. We have seen it do pretty close to 40 pound. If you remember Dad's build on the dyno at HPD, it was doing 38 or 39 PSI, so definitely good for quite a range of boost. Looking pretty nice. With one mighty fine looking turbo slapped on the FTE, we rolled the engine over to do some maintenance that's proven to be somewhat important in past experiences. Straight, straight. Yeah, she's not good. So she can be able to see through there. Hey Ben, give us a wave through the other side.
That's got bird edges and everything on it.
So that is why you don't keep stock 630,000 old bearings in a souped up engine. So anyway, I'll just push that memory far deep down inside where it belongs. Moving on. What's up? It's okay, Jordan. I know life gets hard sometimes. On these bearings we pulled out of the engine, you can see some localized wear on some of them. Quite often just from some oil contamination, whether that's little bits of dirt or metal particles, but for 430,000 that's not too bad really, but definitely due for replacement. So these little oil squirters here actually cool the bottom of the piston crown with oil. It's something that doesn't come out in the 1HZs and will lead to hot pistons. But obviously a factory turbo engine is designed for the boost and the heat and comes prepared. There's 2 things that you need to do for the FTE to fit in the 105 series, and the first thing is the sump and oil pickup need to be changed to 1HZ. They bolt straight up, and also the driver's side engine mount needs to be changed, or the engine stand needs to be changed to the 1HZ. Don't miss the next video. We'll be dropping the FTE in, bolting up some fresh running gear, and I'm not really sure what's going to happen after that, but I guess we'll see.
Yep, that'll be good.
This is just mental.